The gavel struck with a sound that shattered Michael's life. 10 years in prison for sexual assault, the judge declared. Michael stood in the courtroom, his hands trembling in handcuffs, unable to speak. He looked at the teenage housemaid on the witness stand, Sarah, only 19, crying as she pointed at him. He forced himself on me while the family was away. I was cleaning and he attacked me. It was a lie, a complete lie. But no one believed him. Michael was just a poor university student who tutored the wealthy Harrison family's 2 children every evening for extra money. He had no power, no connections, no expensive lawyers. Chief Harrison sat in the front row with his wife Victoria, both looking appropriately outraged. Justice has been served, Chief Harrison told reporters outside the courthouse. That predator will never hurt another innocent girl. Michael wanted to scream the truth, that it was Chief Harrison himself who had assaulted Sarah. That he'd arrived for the evening tutoring session to find Sarah crying in the kitchen, her uniform torn. That Chief Harrison had threatened him, "Tell anyone and I'll destroy you. What would you do if you were accused of something you didn't do? Hit like if justice matters. And comment where you're watching from." Now Michael was being led away to prison for a crime he didn't commit. His mother in the gallery sobbed. His younger sister Faith looked traumatized. "I'm innocent," Michael shouted as guards dragged him away. "I didn't do this." But his voice was drowned out by reporters shouting questions. That evening, in the Harrison mansion in Lekki, Chief Harrison called Sarah to his study. "You did well today. Here's your payment." He handed her a check for 10 million naira. "Remember our agreement. You never speak of what really happened." Sarah took the check with shaking hands. The money was more than she'd ever imagined, enough to escape poverty forever. But the guilt was already eating her alive. "Sir, that young man is going to prison for 10 years. For something he didn't do. That young man should have minded his business," Chief Harrison said coldly. "He saw something he shouldn't have seen. This was necessary. But he's innocent, and you're 10 million naira richer. Use it wisely. Buy a house, start a business, disappear. Just keep your mouth shut." Sarah left the study and went to her small room in the servants' quarters. She looked at the check, then at her reflection. She was a virgin no more, violated by her employer. And now she was a liar who'd sent an innocent man to prison. In another part of Lagos, Michael's family gathered in their modest apartment in Yoba. His mother, Mama Janet, couldn't stop crying. "My son didn't do this. I know my Michael. He's a good boy. No one believes us, Mama," Faith said bitterly. She was only 16, looking up to her older brother who was putting himself through university while tutoring to support the family. "Chief Harrison has money and power. We have nothing." Michael's uncle, a retired school teacher named Uncle Ben, was the only one thinking practically. "We need evidence. Something to prove Michael's innocence." "What evidence?" Mama Janet asked. "It's his word against that girl's. And the Harrison family. There has to be something. Security cameras, witnesses, anything." But they had no money for private investigators, no connections to powerful lawyers. Michael was on his own. Meanwhile, in prison, Michael's first night was a nightmare. The cell was crowded, violent, terrifying. An older inmate approached him. "What are you in for?" "Something I didn't do," the man laughed. "Everyone here says that." Days turned into weeks. Michael adapted to prison life because he had no choice. He kept his head down, avoided trouble, and tried not to think about the life he'd lost. His engineering degree, unfinished. His dreams of building bridges and roads across Nigeria, shattered. His family's hopes for a better future, destroyed. 1 month in, his mother and sister visited. They sat across from him in the visiting room, separated by glass. "How are you surviving?" Mama Janet asked. "I'm alive. That's all that matters now. We're still trying to find a lawyer who'll take your case for appeal," Faith said. "But they all want money we don't have." "Forget the appeal," Michael said bitterly. "No one will believe a poor student over a wealthy chief. I'll serve my time and try to rebuild afterward." But Faith shook her head. "I'm not giving up. There has to be a way to prove the truth." In the Harrison mansion, life continued normally. Chief Harrison's business thrived. His wife Victoria remained clueless about what her husband had done. Their 2 children, Peter, age 12, and Grace, age 10, missed their tutor. "Why did Mr. Michael hurt that girl?" Grace asked her mother one evening. "Because some people are not who they seem," Victoria said, unaware of the irony. "You can't trust everyone." In her room above the garage, Sarah counted her money for the 100th time. 10 million naira. She'd opened a bank account, told her village family she'd saved it from working, but the money felt cursed. Every time she spent any, she thought of Michael in prison. 3 months after the trial, Sarah's conscience became unbearable. She went to a church in Suralia and confessed to a priest. "Father, I lied. An innocent man is in prison because of my lie." "Then you must tell the truth," the priest said. "I can't," Sarah whispered. "Chief Harrison is powerful. He'll destroy me, maybe even kill me. Then you live with this sin forever. Is that the life you want?" Sarah left the church no closer to a decision. She used some of the money to rent a small apartment in Ikeja, quit her job at the Harrison household, and tried to start fresh. But guilt followed her everywhere. Meanwhile, Chief Harrison's business began experiencing strange problems. Contracts fell through. Partners pulled out unexpectedly. Equipment malfunctioned. "It's like we are cursed," his business manager said. Chief Harrison dismissed it as bad luck. But privately, he wondered if karma was real. At home, his relationship with Victoria grew strained. She felt distant from him, though she couldn't explain why. And his children seemed less respectful, more troubled. One evening, Grace was playing in her father's study, something she was forbidden to do. She found an old box in the closet containing security camera storage drives from their previous house security system. "What's this, Daddy?" Chief Harrison's blood ran cold. He'd forgotten about those drives. From the time before they'd upgraded their security system. From the day of the assault. "Nothing important. Give it here." But Grace was curious. "Can we watch it? Like old family videos?" "No, it's private business records. Go to your room." After Grace left, Chief Harrison stared at the drives. He should destroy them, but something stopped him. Instead, he locked them in his safe. 2 years into Michael's sentence, his mother died. The stress and heartbreak had destroyed her health. Michael was allowed to attend the funeral in handcuffs, surrounded by guards. He stood at his mother's grave, unable to even wipe his own tears, and something inside him broke completely. That night, back in his cell, he made a decision. When he got out, he wouldn't return to Lagos. He'd start over somewhere no one knew his name. 8 years passed. Michael was released 2 years early for good behavior. He walked out of prison at age 30, thin and hardened by years of survival. His sister Faith was there to meet him. She was 24 now, working as a teacher. "Welcome home, brother." "This isn't home anymore," Michael said. "I'm leaving Lagos. I can't stay where everyone knows me as a criminal." "Where will you go?" "Abuja, Kaduna, somewhere I can disappear." Faith drove him to their small apartment. Uncle Ben was there, older and frailer. "Michael, my boy, we never stopped believing in your innocence. Belief doesn't change the fact that I lost 10 years of my life." Michael stayed in Lagos only 1 week, just long enough to gather the few belongings he had. Then he took a bus to Abuja with 5,000 naira Faith had saved for him. In Abuja, Michael found work as a laborer on construction sites. The same hands that should have been engineering bridges now mixed cement and carried bricks. He lived in a shared room with 5 other workers, barely surviving. Meanwhile, karma continued haunting Chief Harrison. His eldest son Peter, now 22 and in university, developed a mysterious illness. Doctors couldn't diagnose it. He grew weaker daily. Victoria spent every day at the hospital. "Why is this happening to our family?" she cried. Chief Harrison knew why. At night, the face of the housemaid haunted him. And worse, the face of Michael being led away in handcuffs. Sarah, too, was suffering. The money was gone, spent on medical bills for her mother, bad investments, helping relatives. She was back to being poor, working as a cleaner in a hotel. And the guilt had never left. One night, unable to sleep, she made a decision. She would tell the truth. Whatever the consequences, this story is just getting started. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Will the truth finally come out? What do you think will happen to Michael? Comment below. Sarah stood outside the Harrison mansion gates, her heart pounding. 10 years had passed since the trial. She was 30 now, worn down by guilt and hardship. She pressed the intercom button. "Who is it?" the guard asked. "Sarah. I used to work here. I need to speak with Chief Harrison urgently." After a long pause, the gates opened. Inside, the mansion looked the same but felt different, darker somehow. The guard led her to the living room where Chief Harrison sat. He was older now, gray hair at his temples, worry lines deep on his face. "You," he said when he saw her. "What are you doing here?" "I came to tell you I can't live with this anymore. We destroyed an innocent man's life." "Keep your voice down." Chief Harrison looked around nervously. "My wife is upstairs." "I don't care." "That young man served 8 years in prison." 8 years. For something you did. For something we lied about. We had an agreement. You took the money is gone. And it never brought me peace. Every night I see his face. I'm telling the truth. With or without you. Chief Harrison's face went pale. "You do that, and I'll deny everything. It will be your word against mine. Again. Except this time, you'll be the one going to prison for perjury. Then I'll go to prison. At least I have a clear conscience." Before Chief Harrison could respond, Victoria appeared at the top of the stairs. "What's going on? Who is this woman?" Sarah looked up at her. "Mrs. Harrison, I have something to tell you about your husband." Chief Harrison stood quickly. "She's no one. An old employee looking for money. Security." But Victoria was already coming down the stairs, suspicious. "Wait. I want to hear what she has to say." "Victoria, don't listen to her. She's clearly disturbed. Let her speak," Victoria commanded. Sarah took a deep breath. 10 years ago, your husband assaulted me. I was 19, working as your housemaid. He violated me and then paid me 10 million naira to blame the tutor, Michael Thompson." The room went silent. Victoria stared at her husband. "Tell me she's lying." Chief Harrison's face showed everything. Guilt, fear, calculation. "She is lying. This is extortion, I see it in your face," Victoria whispered. "Oh God, it's true." "Victoria, get out." Victoria screamed at him. "Get out of my house. Now. This is my house, that I paid for with my family money. Get out before I call the police." Chief Harrison grabbed his car keys and left, slamming the door. Victoria sank onto the couch, shaking. "That young man, Michael Thompson. He went to prison. For 8 years, Sarah confirmed. "I'm so sorry. I was young and scared and Chief Harrison threatened me. But I should have told the truth." Victoria looked at her with tear-filled eyes. "Where is he now, Michael?" "I don't know. I heard he left Lagos after his release. No one knows where he went. We have to find him. We have to make this right." Victoria pulled out her phone and called her lawyer. "I need you to locate someone, Michael Thompson. Released from prison 2 years ago. And I need you to file a case to overturn his conviction. New evidence has come to light." Sarah felt relief wash over her for the first time in 10 years. Meanwhile, in Abuja, Michael was ending another exhausting day on the construction site. He lived simply, kept to himself, tried not to think about the past. That evening, his sister Faith called. "Michael, something's happening in Lagos. I got a call from a lawyer asking about you." "What lawyer?" "I don't have a lawyer." Michael's voice was suspicious. She said her name is Mrs. Adeyemi. She's representing Victoria Harrison, Chief Harrison's wife. Michael felt his blood run cold at that name. "What does she want?" "She wouldn't tell me details over the phone, but she said it's urgent and in your best interest. She's flying to Abuja tomorrow to meet you. I don't want anything to do with the Harrisons." "Tell her no, Michael, please. Just hear what she has to say. What if it's something good?" "Nothing good comes from that family." But Faith convinced him to at least listen. The next day, Michael met the lawyer at a small restaurant in Wos. Mrs. Adeyemi was a professional woman in her 50s, carrying a briefcase. "Mr. Thompson, thank you for meeting me. I have shocking news. The housemaid Sarah has come forward. She's confessed that Chief Harrison assaulted her, not you. She's willing to testify to the truth." Michael couldn't speak. His hands shook. "Are you saying? We are filing for your conviction to be overturned, full exoneration. And we are suing for wrongful imprisonment. You'll receive substantial compensation." Michael put his head in his hands and cried. 10 years of his life, stolen. But finally, someone believed him. "There's more," Mrs. Adeyemi continued. Victoria Harrison's daughter Grace found old security footage. The cameras from that day. She was going through her father's things and found storage drives. "We've reviewed the footage. It shows everything: Chief Harrison entering the room where Sarah was, the assault, him threatening you afterward. Everything. They kept that footage all these years." Chief Harrison hid it, probably forgot it existed. But it's the proof we need to not only exonerate you but to prosecute him. Where is Chief Harrison now? Disappeared. He ran when the truth came out. But we'll find him. The case moved quickly once the evidence was presented. The court reviewed the security footage, heard Sarah's confession, and saw the medical evidence that had always supported her original assault but had been used to convict Michael. 3 months after Mrs. Adeyemi contacted him, Michael stood in a Lagos courtroom again. This time, the judge's words were different. Michael Thompson, this court formally overturns your conviction. You are fully exonerated. Additionally, this court awards you 100 million naira in compensation for wrongful imprisonment. Michael couldn't believe it. 100 million naira. It wouldn't give him back 10 years. It wouldn't erase the trauma and pain, but it was justice. Sarah was also in court, charged with perjury. You'll serve 6 months, the judge told her, considering your cooperation and the circumstances. Sarah accepted the sentence with relief. Thank you, Your Honor, I deserve more. Victoria sat in the gallery, watching everything. Her marriage was over. Her husband was a fugitive, likely fled to another country. Her children were traumatized by the revelations. But she'd done the right thing. After court, she approached Michael. Mr. Thompson, I don't expect you to forgive me. I should have seen the truth years ago. But I want you to know, I'm divorcing him. And I'm setting up a foundation to help wrongfully convicted people. I'd like you to help run it. Michael looked at this woman who'd believed the worst of him for years. I need time to process everything. But maybe, eventually. Victoria nodded. That's more grace than I deserve. Michael returned to Abuja to collect his few belongings. His roommates at the construction site couldn't believe his story. You're a millionaire now? One asked. I'm a free man now. That's what matters. He returned to Lagos, where Faith and Uncle Ben waited. His mother's grave was the first place he visited. Michael knelt at his mother's grave in Ikorodu Cemetery. Mama, they finally know the truth. You were right about me all along. I'm sorry you didn't live to see this day. Faith stood beside him, crying. She knew, brother. Even in her last moments, she believed in you. Uncle Ben placed a hand on Michael's shoulder. Now you must decide what to do with this second chance at life. Michael spent weeks adjusting to freedom and vindication. The media covered his story extensively. Innocent man imprisoned for 10 years. The public outrage was massive. People demanded Chief Harrison be found and prosecuted. Meanwhile, Michael used some of his compensation to buy a modest house in Ikeja for Faith and Uncle Ben. He enrolled back in university to complete his engineering degree. He was 10 years older than his classmates but didn't care. One day, Grace Harrison, now 20 years old, showed up at his house. Mr. Thompson, may I speak with you? Michael let her in cautiously. I'm the one who found the footage, Grace said. I was looking through my father's old things, found the drives, watched them on my laptop. My mother was there and saw it too. I wanted you to know, I'm sorry. For all those years when I thought you were a bad person. You were a child. You believed what adults told you. Still, I'm sorry. And I'm glad the truth came out. After Grace left, Michael reflected on forgiveness. Could he forgive Chief Harrison? Sarah, the system that failed him, he didn't know yet. His heart was still healing. A month later, news broke. Chief Harrison had been found in Ghana and extradited to Nigeria. He would face trial for assault, witness tampering, and perjury. Michael watched the news report showing Harrison in handcuffs and felt nothing. No satisfaction, no anger. Just emptiness where hatred used to be. Chief Harrison's trial began 6 months after his extradition. The courtroom was packed with media and people who'd followed Michael's story. Michael sat in the front row, watching the man who destroyed his life finally face justice. The prosecutor presented the security footage. The courtroom watched in horror as Chief Harrison's crime played on screen. Even the hardened judge looked disturbed. How do you plead? The judge asked. Chief Harrison's lawyer stood. My client pleads guilty to all charges. There were gasps. No lengthy trial. Just admission of guilt. I have something to say, Chief Harrison spoke, looking directly at Michael. I was a coward. I violated an innocent girl, then destroyed an innocent man to cover my crime. I deserve every punishment this court gives me. The judge sentenced him to 15 years in prison. As guards led him away, Chief Harrison stopped near Michael. I know you'll never forgive me. I don't deserve it. Michael said nothing. What could he say? That evening, Michael met with Victoria and her lawyer. The civil case against Chief Harrison's assets has been settled, Mrs. Adeyemi explained. You receive an additional 50 million naira from his personal wealth. Michael shook his head. I don't want his money. Use it for the foundation. Help other wrongly convicted people. Victoria looked at him with wonder. After everything he did to you, revenge won't heal me, but helping others might. Later, Faith asked him the question everyone wondered. Do you forgive him? I don't know yet, but I'm trying to let go of the hate. It's been poisoning me for too long. Michael knew forgiveness was a journey, not a destination. 1 year after his exoneration, Michael graduated from university with his engineering degree. At 32, he was the oldest in his class, but he'd done it. Faith and Uncle Ben sat in the audience, crying with pride. After graduation, Michael started his own construction company, Second Chance Engineering. He hired ex-convicts trying to rebuild their lives, giving them the opportunity society denied them. The business grew slowly but steadily. One afternoon, Sarah appeared at his office. She'd served a 6-month sentence and looked thinner, humbler. Mr. Thompson, I don't expect you to see me, but I wanted to say I'm sorry, face to face. Not in a courtroom. Michael studied her. This woman's lie had stolen 10 years from him, but she'd also had the courage to finally tell the truth. Why did you come forward? He asked. Guilt was destroying me. Every good thing in my life felt cursed. I couldn't live with it anymore. You could have stayed silent, kept the money. No one would have known. I would have known. And I realized living with that was worse than any punishment. Michael was quiet for a long moment. Then, I forgive you. Sarah's eyes filled with tears. How? After what I did. Because holding on to anger was making me just as imprisoned as when I was behind bars. You were a victim too, of Chief Harrison and your own fear. Thank you. I don't deserve your forgiveness. None of us deserve the grace we're given. We just have to accept it and try to be better. Sarah left, and Michael felt lighter. Forgiveness, he realized, freed the forgiver more than the forgiven. 2 years after his exoneration, Michael's construction company was thriving. He'd built affordable housing for low-income families and earned a reputation for integrity and quality work. One day, Victoria Harrison visited his office. Michael, the foundation is ready to launch. We'd like you to be the director. Me. Why? Because you understand what wrongful conviction does to a person. You can help others navigate what you survived. Michael considered it. He had a successful business now, but maybe this was his true purpose, turning his pain into other people's hope. I do it part-time while I run my company. The foundation opened with a mission to investigate potential wrongful convictions and provide support for exonerees. Their first case was a man named David who'd spent 12 years in prison for armed robbery he didn't commit. Michael worked tirelessly on David's case, and 6 months later, they had evidence proving his innocence. The day David walked free, Michael understood why he'd survived his own ordeal, to help others survive theirs. Meanwhile, Faith had become a successful teacher and was getting married. At her wedding, she made a speech. My brother taught me that injustice might win battles, but truth always wins the war. He never gave up hope, and that inspired me to never give up either. Michael walked her down the aisle, wishing their mother could see this moment. Uncle Ben, now quite elderly, whispered to Michael, "Your mother sees everything from above. She's proud." That night, Michael stood alone looking at the Lagos skyline. He'd lost 10 years, but he'd gained wisdom, purpose, and the knowledge that character is tested in fire. We're getting close to the end. Don't miss how this story concludes. Hit that subscribe button. What lesson has touched you most? Drop it in the comments. 5 years after his release, Michael was invited to speak at a law school about criminal justice reform. He stood before hundreds of future lawyers and judges. I was innocent, but I had 3 things against me. I was poor, I had no connections, and I was accusing a powerful man. The system isn't designed for people like me to win. He talked about the importance of thorough investigations, believing the accused, and never letting wealth determine justice. After his speech, a young law student approached him. "Mr. Thompson, your story changed my career path. I'm specializing in wrongful conviction cases now." Michael smiled. "Then something good came from my suffering." That week, he received surprising news. Grace Harrison, now a lawyer herself, wanted to join the foundation. I grew up believing my father was a good man, she told Michael. When I discovered the truth, it shattered me. But it also showed me my life's purpose, fighting for justice, especially for those without power. Your father's sins aren't yours to carry, Michael said gently. I know. But his crimes are mine to help fix. I want to dedicate my career to making sure what happened to you doesn't happen to others. Michael hired her. Walking alongside the daughter of the man who destroyed him felt strange at first, but Grace proved herself committed and talented. Meanwhile, Chief Harrison had served 5 years of his sentence. He wrote Michael a letter from prison. I don't expect a response. I just want you to know, I think about what I did every day. I destroyed lives because I was a coward. If I could trade places with you, give you back those years, I would. Michael held Chief Harrison's letter for days before responding. Finally, he wrote back, I've forgiven you because holding hatred was poisoning my life. But forgiveness doesn't erase consequences. You're serving your time, and that's justice. I hope you use your years in prison to become someone better, like I tried to do during mine. Chief Harrison wrote back, thank you. That's more grace than I deserve. I'm teaching other inmates to read. It's small, but it's something. Michael showed the letters to Uncle Ben, who was quite frail now. You've become a man of great character, Uncle Ben said. Prison tried to break you, but it made you stronger instead. I had good examples. You, Mama, Faith. You all believed in me when the world said I was guilty. Uncle Ben passed away peacefully that year. At his funeral, Michael spoke about the man who'd never stopped fighting for his innocence. Life continued moving forward. Michael's company expanded to 3 cities. The foundation helped exonerate 12 wrongly convicted people in 5 years. Faith had her first child and named him Ben, after their uncle. One evening, Michael sat with his nephew, thinking about legacy. What would he leave behind? Not bitterness from stolen years, but hope from rebuilt ones. Uncle Michael, 6-year-old Ben asked, Mommy says bad people hurt you, but you're not angry. I was angry for a long time. But I learned that carrying anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. I had to let it go to truly be free. The child didn't fully understand, but someday he would. Michael had turned injustice into purpose, suffering into strength, and lies into truth. 10 years after his exoneration, Michael stood at a podium receiving a national award for his justice reform work. The president himself presented it. Michael Thompson turned personal tragedy into national change. His foundation has helped exonerate 50 innocent people. Michael looked at the audience, Faith with her family, Grace Harrison, former inmates he'd helped, and Sarah, who now volunteered at the foundation. I accept this award for everyone who's been wrongly accused. Justice delayed isn't justice denied if we keep fighting for truth. After the ceremony, a journalist asked, do you regret the 10 years you lost? I regret the injustice. But those years taught me things success never could: resilience, empathy, the value of truth. I wouldn't wish that suffering on anyone, but I won't waste what I learned from it. That evening, Victoria Harrison hosted a celebration. She'd rebuilt her life too, dedicating her wealth to causes supporting assault survivors and the wrongly convicted. Michael, thank you for showing my children what true character looks like. Grace has become an incredible lawyer because of your example. She had it in her already. She just needed direction. Michael had learned that people aren't defined by their worst moments but by how they respond after. Sarah approached him at the party. I'm getting married next month. To a good man who knows my whole story. I never thought I'd find peace after what I did. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption if they are truly sorry and work to make things right. You're the reason I believe that. Michael smiled. Forgiveness had freed them both. Michael's construction company had grown into one of Lagos's most respected firms. He employed hundreds, many of them ex-convict society had rejected. One day, David, the first man Michael's foundation had freed, walked into his office. Boss, I wanted to thank you. 5 years ago, you believed me when no one else did. Now I'm your site supervisor, married, with a daughter. You gave me my life back. You gave yourself your life back through hard work. I just opened a door. Still, I want to pay it forward. I'm starting a mentorship program for young men leaving prison. Will the foundation support it? Absolutely. Michael funded the program, watching his impact multiply. Meanwhile, Chief Harrison was released after serving 10 years with good behavior. He emerged from prison a changed man, humbled, aged, broken. He didn't contact Michael, just quietly moved to a small town in Ogun State, working as a teacher. Fate called Michael one day. Chief Harrison reached out. He wants to meet you. No expectations, just to apologize in person. What should I tell him? Michael was quiet. Tell him I'll meet him. Once. To close this chapter finally, they met at a neutral restaurant. Chief Harrison looked 20 years older than his actual age. Thank you for agreeing to see me. I'm here for my own peace, not yours. I understand. I just wanted to say face to face that I'm sorry. I destroyed your youth, your mother's last years, your sister's teenage years. Nothing I do can fix that. No, it can't. But you served your time. Now you have to live with the consequences and try to be better. I'm teaching children now, trying to shape young minds toward honesty and courage, things I lacked. Michael nodded. Then maybe some good can come from all this evil. After meeting Chief Harrison, Michael felt a weight lift. The man who'd haunted his nightmares was just a broken human now. No longer a monster, just someone who'd made terrible choices and suffered for them. Grace called him that week. My father asked about you, how the meeting went. It went as well as it could. We'll never be friends, but the hatred is gone. That's more than he deserves. Thank you for giving him even that small grace. We all need grace at some point. Michael's life had found a peaceful rhythm. His company prospered. The foundation thrived. Faith's children called him Uncle Mike and thought he was a hero. One day, a young woman named Joy came to his office asking for a job. She was nervous, clearly poor, reminded him of himself 15 years ago. I have no experience, sir, but I'm willing to learn. I'll work harder than anyone. Michael saw his younger self in her desperation. Tell me about yourself. I'm putting myself through school. My mother is sick. I need this job not just for money but to prove I can make something of myself despite where I come from. Michael hired her on the spot. You start Monday. Work hard, learn everything you can, and remember, where you're from doesn't determine where you're going. Joy's eyes filled with tears. Thank you, sir. I won't let you down. After she left, Faith said, you gave her the chance someone should have given you. Exactly. That's what this is all about, breaking cycles of injustice one person at a time. Michael had learned that the best revenge against injustice wasn't bitterness but becoming someone who creates justice for others. 15 years after his release, Michael was invited to speak at a prison, the same prison where he'd served his time. Walking through those gates as a free, successful man felt surreal. He stood before 200 inmates. I sat where you're sitting. I felt the hopelessness you feel. But I want to tell you, this doesn't have to define you. He shared his story, the false accusation, the injustice, the years of suffering. I could have left prison bitter, angry, ready to hurt the world that hurt me. Instead, I decided to prove my character through my choices. Many inmates cried. After his speech, a young man approached. I'm innocent like you were. Nobody believes me. Then keep fighting. Document everything. Stay strong. Don't let this place destroy your spirit. Michael gave the man his foundation's card. We'll investigate your case, I promise. That case became the foundation's next victory. The young man was exonerated within a year. Michael attended the celebration of his release, thinking about the chain of redemption, his suffering leading to helping David, which inspired the mentorship program, which saved this young man. Pain wasn't wasted if it led to purpose. Meanwhile, Sarah had married and had a child. She brought her daughter to meet Michael. I want her to know the man mommy wronged but who forgave her, so she learns that mistakes don't define us forever. Michael held the baby, thinking about cycles, cycles of pain, cycles of justice, cycles of forgiveness. They could break the bad cycles and create good ones. Faith was now a school principal, Uncle Ben's legacy living through her dedication to education. Grace had become a renowned defense attorney. 20 years after that terrible day when his life was stolen, Michael stood at his mother's grave with Faith and her teenage children. Mama, I made something good from the pain. The foundation has freed 100 innocent people now. Your suffering wasn't for nothing. Faith squeezed his hand. She's proud. We all are. That week, Michael received news that Chief Harrison had died of illness in Ogun State. Grace called him, crying. Despite everything, he was still my father. Is it wrong that I'm sad? No, He was a man who did terrible things but also had people who loved him. Both truths can exist. Michael didn't attend the funeral, but he felt no satisfaction in Harrison's death. Just sadness that one man's cowardice had caused so much pain. The foundation threw a celebration for their 100th exoneration. Joy, who Michael had hired years ago, was now his company's operations manager. David ran 3 mentorship programs. Grace had 1 landmark cases. "We're changing the system," Grace told the crowd. 1 case, 1 person at a time. Michael gave a final speech. "I was innocent but went to prison. That injustice could have destroyed me. Instead, it became my purpose. To everyone here who suffered injustice, your pain is real, your anger is valid. But don't let it consume you. Transform it into purpose. That's how we honor our suffering." He looked around at faces of people freed, families restored, lives rebuilt. His 10 stolen years had somehow saved hundreds of years for others. That evening, Michael sat on his balcony overlooking Lagos. The city lights sparkled below. He'd lost his 20s to prison, his mother to grief. But he'd gained wisdom, purpose, and the knowledge that truth, however delayed, eventually prevails. He turned lies into justice, suffering into strength, and hatred into healing. Thank you for following Michael's powerful journey. If this story moved you, hit like and subscribe for more inspiring African folktales. What touched you most about his story? Drop your thoughts below. Share this with